Hi, my name is Dayo, D1 Adine, but you can call me D1. You're watching the Mid-Morning Show on BCOS. Don't touch that dial.
Hello, dear viewers. My name is Jibola Davo. Keep watching Mid-Morning Show.
Yes, keep watching the Mid-Morning Show. That part never gets old. I love hearing it. Good morning. You're welcome to the Mid-Morning Show on BCOS television. Today is the 31st day in the month of July, 2026. And you already know, if you see the way we're gorgeously dressed, you already know that, today is special. And yes, it is special. It's the last day. You know what makes it extra special? Today is the last Friday of the month. Not only is it the last Friday, it's also the last day of the month of July. Is it not special? Double celebration.
Somebody give Jesus praises.
Are we in church? Hello, it's Friday. I thought we were supposed to go clubbing, vibe and all of that on Friday.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the way. What do you mean? You are supposed. Look at the way we're dressed. We're dressed for Owambe.
Prepared,
For Owambe.
Meeting tonight.
Excuse you.
Yeah, the Lord is doing
Back to our viewers. All right, once again, you're welcome to the Mid-Morning Show. Like you already know, our episode, the Friday edition, is going to be amazing because the discussion today is centered on something that a lot of people out there can relate to. It's about love. It's about relationship. It's about something basically every adult can relate to. It's a reality that many people are facing right now, and they might not even know how to navigate or deal with it. But before we spill the beans, let's go see this feature on tips of love. But before that, forgot to do our introduction because we're psyched about the Owambe. It's Friday. My name is Ifeoluwa Olaoye.
Yes, good morning to all our beautiful viewers out there. Don't mind Ifeoluwa.
Because Owambe now is Friday, and the topic is yes, it is. I don't want to spill the beans.
Yeah, we don't.
Yes.
All right. Good morning to all our beautiful viewers out there. It's another Friday episode of the Mid-Morning Show. Thank you for joining us today. And my name is Dolapo Olaomi. And if you look very well, you see that my Ibakeji. Someone said the calabash behind my second calabash.
Are you? I don't understand. Are you a calabash on your own?
You are my calabash, like Ibakeji.
Excuse you. Have you taken a good look at me? I'm not a calabash.
One day Omaumi says she's not a calabash.
Last I checked, my name is Ifeoluwa Olaoye, not Omaomi. Yeah, we might look alike. I get that a lot. However,
it is what it is.
No.
All right, let's go take this feature on tips on love. Please stay with us. It's still the Mid-Morning Show.
Okay, you're welcome back to the Mid-Morning Show on BCOS Television. We just saw that feature on tips of love. Dolapo, what do you think? Tips of love. Because you said something off camera, but I'm going to say it on camera. You said,
why?
wait, that part, I think number 8 or number 9 that says, always remember your partner's birthday. I said, they play. What do you mean by that?
No, actually, the thing is, it's normal for, you have to be able to remember your partner's birthday. It is very, very important. Very, very important.
Wait, why do I feel like you're just saying something else? You mean something else, but your mouth is saying something else. I mean, because of the day play aspects now. You know, there are actually people out there that forget their partner's birthday. You know that?
How can you forget your partner's birthday?
Look at you. It
and
happens.
You are attending Gege's University. It's not possible.
Please, let's not bring him into this conversation. I think I'm begging. But really, these tips are actually very good tips. They might sound simple, and they are. Hold hands with your partner, be attractive to your partner, never forget their birthdays and all of that. They are all simple tips. I mean, I know. However, as simple as they are, many of us usually forget to make our partner feel special, especially if we've been with them for a while. We tend to overlook them. So please, these tips are important. Make sure you
the funny thing about the tips is that it's kind of way on the other side to another side. I feel like
what do you mean?
Should take note of this because there are lots of responsibilities and lots of things.
Is it really is it really responsibility, or because men are less romantic in nature? Some men, I'd say more men are less romantic in nature. However, there are some men that are even more romantic than women. So I don't think it really has to do with responsibility or something. It just has to be, it's more of when you're intentional. Irrespective of what you're going through, I mean, do women not pass through a lot as well? They do. True. However, if you feel somebody is important to you, you should be intentional.
You mention of something. You said being intentional.
Yeah.
Now, the funny thing about
when they were courting, there are some things they told themselves. There are some things they expected to see in marriage. But when they go into marriage and they are not seeing those things, they begin to give reasons why they want to go for divorce. And that is why most times we see when they are in relationship, when a man and a woman is in relationship, the way they relate, the promises the man will be making, and the way the woman will be expecting the man to continue in marriage. But when they get into marriage, it's not always like that. Like a man that always like to take care of his fiancée, that will always have time for her when they were still courting. But immediately after their marriage, the man no longer have time for the woman. So the woman will start feeling like it's like this man has actually deceived me into marriage. He's not continuing the way he started with me. This was not the way we were doing. This was not the way we were relating when we were courting, when we were in a relationship. And now we are in marriage. I'm not seeing the things that I expect to see. Because most times, men will always promise so many things that they cannot fulfill in marriage. But on getting to marriage, the woman will not be seeing the things she expects to see. And on the other hand, the woman too do promise that they tell you, I love you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But getting into marriage, they begin to see the unexpected and they are no longer able to cope. Another reason for divorce is there can be financial challenge. Maybe when they were courting, when they were in relationship, the man always spend on her. But after marriage, things happen to have changed around. Maybe the man's work or his job is not going the way it used to be. So he's unable to cater for the woman the way he used to cater for her before marriage. So things like this are the reasons why we see difference in marriage in our society. Another thing is the difference in tribe. When you are a Yoruba person, you go ahead to marry an Igbo person or Hausa person or the other way around. And you don't know what their culture entails. You don't know what their culture expects of them. And getting into marriage, you begin to see that I cannot cope with this. I don't know that this is the way you do it in your own place that you came from, in motion. So many things like this are reasons why we experience and we get to see so many divorce in our society.
Like they say, prevention is better than cure. Most times we tend to marry wrong. Most times we go into quick marriages because of pressure from the family. Then at the end of the day, you realize that, okay, this is also person you got married to is not what you want. Also, when there are pressures around after marriages, people tend to like, okay, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. They don't try. They don't know marriage is all about looking at your shortcomings, trying to like work things together, trying to like build yourself. So most times it's just marrying wrong, most especially. When you marry the wrong person, it always causes divorce at the end of the day. Because it tends you realize you don't love this person. You just marry this person for marrying's sake.
Lack of trust, lack of tolerance. So many things actually lead to divorce. More probably because you didn't get to know each other before getting into marriage. Things like that leads to divorce.
Lack of communication and lack of trust. If you're with somebody that you don't trust, you start to have when you don't trust your partner, then problems arise. Things that you're just supposed to ask, you get angry over it, and then if you don't talk about it, it's a continuous process. Also, it could be domestic violence could cause divorce. So like there's a whole lot of things that causes divorce in marriages. It's lack of understanding, lack of commitment, and sometimes couples are not ready to like they are not ready to settle. They just come into marriage due to one circumstances or the other. So I think there are a lot of causes of divorce in marriage.
Lack of commitments to the marriage. When people are not really committed to the marriage, all the fantasies they've thought that when they eventually get married, when they were still courting, that's how it will be. But when they eventually get married and they discover that it has not been always, it is not the way they think before they got married. So some things will start cropping up, and when they see those things, so if there is no commitment, lack of commitment will definitely make either of the party to say that I'm tired of this marriage, then they will just go on their separate ways.
Lack of understanding, trust. Some they might realize before going into marriage, most of them feel they know what their weak point, but they still go into the marriage. When they don't trust each other, they might they might divorce each other, and some might not divorce. They can just like go. They might just move forward without divorcing.
No understanding between the couple can lead to the divorce in marriage. When the husband is saying A, the wife is saying B, it can lead to divorce in marriage. The marriage is a mutual agreement. Both of them have to be agree. Both of them have to be what? Believe themselves and trust themselves. When there's a lack of trust, it can cause divorce. Maybe now the husband is suspecting the wife that the baby wife is doing something, and the wife is suspecting the husband. It might lead to divorce in marriage. So there are a lot of factors that can lead to divorce in marriage.
When you go into marriage when you are not ready, trustworthy and disrespectful. Sometimes when you disrespect your husband, sometimes it cause that, and money to cause that.
All right, you're welcome back, and it's still the mid-morning show on BCOS television, and we just watched that Vox Pop on divorce. It's a lot. Many people, as you can see, had a lot of things to say when it comes to divorce in marriages. Some were saying, oh, it's lack of commitment, lack of understanding, lack of this and that. But most importantly, I feel, from my own point of view, it's more of lack of communication. That's my own point of view. What do you think, if you're Lua?
Well, I think it's deeper than that. A lot of things can cause a marriage to break down.
Sure.
And then divorce happens. However, I think it's more than just one thing, because a relationship involves two people.
True.
And before it leads to divorce, just like they say that when two people are in a relationship and one person cheats, it's not usually when the person has sexual intercourse with another person that makes it cheating. At times, you looking at another person in a way that your partner might find offensive if they were there, you chatting with people that you know that at times the kind of communication that you're having, your partner might take offense. You hiding your phone, not being able to pick some kind of calls when your partner are there. Those are all forms of cheating before the actual, intercourse comes in. But people usually assume that, it's the intercourse that caused the cheating. However, it's a lot of things before that.
It's a lot of process.
Yes. So I feel when it comes to divorce as well, it's a lot of process. A lot of things would have happened. It's not just, because we don't talk, let's divorce or let's get a divorce. No. A lot of things would have happened, over time. And, maybe at first you just try to overlook and say, well, that's who he is. But then somebody else is giving you attention somewhere else, or you see the way one person is treating their partner. You go out, you see the way a man is giving his wife attention or, communicating. And then you say, this is not right. However, you had no issues with it before. But because you can see the way someone else is treating their partner, you're like, no, this is not right. That one is part of it. You understand?
True.
Something else, you take offense with other things that maybe you let slide before. You get. So I don't think it's one thing. I feel it's
obviously
a whole
it's
lot
not
of things.
one thing.
No, you said it's lack of communication. It's not lack of communication.
I'm just still bringing it down to at least lack of communication in a certain way. No. But most of the times we get to understand that in fact sometimes it's intimacy.
That's you see this
sometimes
lack of intimacy is a whole lot different from miscommunication. They have
Okay.
I mean, what if say for instance now, say a couple's issue is actually lack of intimacy, and then they communicate about it. However, there are no changes. Does that mean it's lack of communication? Yeah.
So it all still comes down to communication.
The action after the communication is what can determine the outcome of that marriage, not because they did not communicate. It's a different ballgame if you don't talk about your feelings or about what you want.
Okay.
You get. But this time around, you've spoken. However, that person is not doing
willing
what you
to
want.
change.
Or the person even decides to change, but the person is not doing as much as you want him to. You get. It's possible. See, these things happen.
Life, yeah, I get.
A whole lot of things cause divorce. I don't feel like there's one strict rule to it. Yes.
True.
So it's a whole process. It's a lot of things.
It's a lot
of things can cause divorce. Yes.
All right, I'm going to bow for my boss.
What do you mean? No.
But still, we are going to revisit that matter though.
Maybe off camera.
Off camera, absolutely.
But then let's not go too deep into it. Let's go see this feature on Yoruba traditional marriage. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Love is what you say. Love is what you think. Love is what you're doing. And love is everything. Love is how you work it. Love is what you see. Love is when you're talking about the little things. Man must live his mama and papa.
The Yoruba culture of Western Nigeria is full of folklore, color, and pageantry. People are easygoing, friendly, very cosmopolitan, and contemporary, inventing clever ways to combine old traditions with more modern themes. Having the advantage of being exposed to Western ideas, Yoruba people integrate modern customs into their traditional marriage ceremonies. The Yoruba traditional marriage ceremony, though a serious affair, is full of playfulness, rich contemporary Nigerian music, graceful colors, and sumptuous meals. Weddings are occasions to show best attires, handbags, jewelry, and even dancing styles. The traditional wedding is an occasion to alleviate the drudgery of normal life and are greatly anticipated by friends and well-wishers.
Oh, my beautiful love, this song now you I sing I'm for. I can't explain what I'm feeling, but I know it is real. Oh dear, my beautiful love. Oh, my beautiful love, I beg you do make you come. I know sadness since morning you come out, but it feels like forever. Oh dear, my beautiful love.
The couple may select their own venue or the bride's family may choose. One interesting thing about choosing a venue is that it is usually a compromise between both families. Even the meals served on the occasion are agreed upon by both parties. Assorted meals such as jollof rice, fried rice, moi moi, chicken, which could be roasted or fried meat, fried fish and catfish, as well as small chops, alongside traditional foods like pounded yam, amala, fufu, with a variety of vegetable dishes, are made available to the guests present. Now, while all other preparations are going on, the apparels of both the bride and groom are also carefully selected to make the D-Day glamorous. The bride's outfit is a reflection of what the female guests will wear, and she has to go all out in the selection. She might choose the mask, lace, Nigerian wax fabric, or any fabric that appeals to her. The outfit consists of gele, which is the head tie, the buba, a traditional tank top, and an iro, which is a large ankle-length piece of material tied round her waist. The color she chooses reflects the color theme her family has chosen, but should also complement the groom's outfit and look identical. She can wear accessories like gold chains, beads, bangles, gold earrings, and shoes to match. Her face would have gone through a beauty regime with professional makeup artists, hairstylists, and color coordinators. The groom could decide to wear an agbada, which is a two-layered piece of material of heavy dimension like the ashoke. It might be cotton and damask, or he might wear lace or wax fabric, maybe Ankara. The color combination should also complement the bride's and complement the color his family has chosen. The engagement ceremony.
My bum bum. Someone that will not take my place. Another woman will not take my place. In my husband's life. In my husband's life. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Someone will not walk for another. I will not walk for another. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. I want Judiana. I want Judiana. I want Judiana. I want Judiana. I want Tina. I want Tina. I want àwọn obìnrin tí wọ́n wú ọkọ mi wọ́n gbèrò ní láti fẹ́ ní lórúkọ Jésù mo fún yín ní máa tọ̀dọ̀ lórúkọ Jésù mo bù fọ́jú lóyún. You will not see my husband. So I will not labor for another to inherit.
The traditional engagement is carried out by a contracted professional called the Alaga Ijoko, which translates to traditional master of ceremony. This person could be a member of the bride's family or a complete stranger. The Alaga Ijoko is always a woman. Her duty is to properly officiate and coordinate the proceedings so that each provision of tradition is strictly adhered to. The groom and his friends are formally introduced to the bride's family. This involves prostrating to the family and formally requesting their daughter's hand in marriage. The groom's people also hire a professional called the Alaga Iduro, which means a master of ceremony who follows the groom and family to beg for the hand of their daughter.
Paints a scenario. You have a guy and a lady. They decide to come together. They fall in love, and then they say, "Oh, let's spend our life together." Because when it comes to love, a lot of things are involved. But then you catch feelings, and you say, "Okay, let's get married." And then they get married for one reason or the other. They have misunderstandings. Like we talked about, or like that feature that we saw about what usually causes high divorce rates. And then they decide to get separated, get a divorce. The man settles for somebody else. He finds love again, gets married. The lady also moves on, gets married. However, a few months or weeks or years down the line, the guy says, okay, let me reconnect with my ex, and then the feelings start coming back. And then you wonder, didn't you leave this person for a particular reason? And then you're torn. Should you go back to your ex? Should you stay where you thought you would have a future? What what exactly does all of this involve? But then our guest will do justice to that. Yes. Okay. So when we talk about when love reverses,